Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the two newest New York Yankees, Darryl Strawberry and Doc Gooden, and their personal coach, Steve Howe. How? That's what I'd like to know.
Doc Gooden's in the windup. The straw man snorts the lineup. He's drooling like a dog who heard a bell. He's high as a lab rat from smoking the crack of the bat. He doesn't like cocaine, just likes the way it smells. Snorting 8 balls. Darryl's rolling up a 20, snorting 8 balls. And he's giving Gooden plenty. They lick the $20 bill. Their teeth are grinding like a pepper mill. Doing 8 balls. Alcohol and pills. Jeez, these guys. Steve Howe is in the bullpen. His nostrils are wide open. He's so f***ed up he thinks he's on the Braves. He gets advice from Doc, and Doc prescribes some rock. So first he blew a line, and then he blew the save. Snorting 8 balls. They abuse the magic powder. Snorting 8 balls. Sprinkle it on their clam chowder. Prescriptions got perpetual refill. They do it in the pool if they had gills. Doing 8 balls. Alcohol and pills. All that money. 8 balls. Alcohol and pills.
I'd like to welcome you all aboard. This is your manager, Buck.
Hi, Buck!
All right. Good afternoon, everybody. It's good to be back. It's been a while since I've been at broadcast. A little sound check. Somebody type in if they can hear me fine, please. Testing. Can everybody hear me? I want to make sure I got this set up right. It's been a while since I've set this up. And get rid of that timer there. All right, good. Okay, got that going. All right, so we're going to broadcast a few games today, and we're going to do 2 games today on April 8th, and then we're going to do a game tomorrow. So let's get this thing going. We'll sim until we get to the first game, and our first sim today is going to be Chicago at Amazing. All right. Well, that took a while, but Chicago ended up beating Amazing with Rixey going 1-0 for the season already, and Hamels going 0-1. Heath goes 2 for 5 with a home run and 3 RBIs. Very quickly, I'd like to welcome Joe Murdy in. First one into the ballpark. Hello, Joe. Bernie. Welcome, Bernie. Welcome, Carlos. Sean, World's Worst Gamer. And David. David just adopted a new pussy yesterday. Congratulations on that, David. All right, Dallas at Hagerstown. Dallas beats Hagerstown 8-5. Vance gets his first win of the season, and Butcher gets his first loss. Klesko goes 3 for 5 and a home run with 2 RBIs. Edmonton takes Lancaster 6-3. Russo gets his first win. Miller his first loss. Tejeda 4 for 5 and a double. T-ville at San Fran. San Fran with another win. They're 3-0 already this season. Wood gets his first win of the season. Shockey gets his first loss. Santo 2 for 4 with a home run and a double. Our first featured game today is going to be the brand new teams, Marshfield at Brooklyn. I'm hoping they make it into the stream at some point so they can watch this. But these are the two new owners to the Field of Dreams this year. Brooklyn already off to a hot start at 2-0, and Marshfield on the opposite end at 0-2. We'll see how they do. Let's get this game played. All right, we're at Camden Yards, and Jake Odorizzi is going to take the mound for Marshfield. First start of the year, and he's going to be opposed by Hooks Doss for Brooklyn. It's his first start also of the season. Obviously, we're in the early stages of the season 3. It's only 52 degrees with a wind speed of 6 miles per hour in from center field, and there is a light rain. Off we go.
Play ball.
Let's take a quick look at the lineup for Marshfield. Leading off for Marshfield is going to be their designated hitter, Baby Doll Jacobson. Dick Siebert will be batting second. Ken Williams will be batting third. Rocky Calavito in a trade comes and be batting fourth. Bob Johnson will be batting fifth. Frankie Hayes in the 6th spot, batting 7th. Marty McManus in the 8th spot. Trevor Story, and closing out the lineup, Gene Robertson. In the field, we have Heine Manouche in left field, Adam Jones in center field, and Larry Walker in right field. At first, we have Chris Davis, Jonathan Shoup at shortstop. Second. At shortstop is actually Manny Machado. Bama Rowell is at third. Matt Wieters is the catcher behind the plate today. And, of course, on the mound, as we said, is Hooks Douse making his first start. He's going to face off first against Baby Doll Jacobson. Gotta love some of the nicknames for these old dead ball players. And M Noel 1 comes in. M Noel 1, you must be the owner. Congratulations, the new owner of Marshfield. Welcome to the league, and good luck. All right, it comes on the very first pitch of the game. Jacobson takes it into hits a liner to Shoup at second, makes the grab for the first out. So on the very first pitch, we have a hit and an out. Coming up next is Siebert. Dick Siebert. He's batting 125 so far this season. He's got 8 at-bats and only 1 hit. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Siebert, and he'll carry this one into right field. Walker on the route. This is going to be gone. This is over Walker's head. Walker gave chase, but over his head into the stands. Siebert with his first home run, 323 feet into right field, and the owner gets to see the first home run of the season for Siebert. All right, well, that'll bring up Ken Williams, who's had 7 at-bats and 0 hits, so he's got a no average. Douse delivers to Williams. It's a 1-0 count. This is going to go to Shoup at second. He fires over to Davis, and that'll be the second out. Rocky Calavito steps up. He's batting a 143 this season with 7 at-bats and only 1 hit. Douse delivers to Calavito. Calavito takes this one in left field, but Manouche runs up, makes the grab. That'll be the third out. We go to the bottom of 1 as Marshfield takes an early lead, 1-0. In the defense, the offense for the stick ballers, the Brooklyn stick ballers, leading off is going to be left fielder Heine Manouche. Bama Rowell will be batting second. Larry Walker will be batting third. In the 4th spot, defensive designated hitter, Mark Trumbo. Guys, I got to get back into this. It's been a few weeks. My apologies. Shortstop Manny Machado will be batting 5th. In the 6th spot will be Chris Davis. In the 7th spot, Adam Jones. Batting 8th, Jonathan Shoup. And rounding out the lineup, Matt Wieters. On defense, we got Ken Williams in left field. Bob Johnson in center field. Rocky Calavito in right field. On first base is Dick Siebert. Marty McManus will be playing second. Trevor Story at short. Gene Robertson at third. Behind the plate catching the game will be Frankie Hayes. And on the mound, Jake Odorizzi with his first start of the season. Odorizzi will face off first against Heine Manouche. Heine Manouche comes in with a .333 average and 9 at-bats, 3 hits. Here's the pitch to Manouche. And his hitting streak continues as he takes this into right center field. And that's going to get down for a double, the first double for Heine Manouche this season. So Brooklyn comes out trying to answer that one run given up with a leadoff double by Heine Manouche. Bama Rowell. He'll step up to the plate, batting a .143 average, 7 at-bats, 1 hit. Odorizzi delivers to Rowell, and he goes down on strikes. A fastball. It was a big swing and a miss. So Odorizzi with 1 strikeout will now face off against Larry Walker with Manouche still at second. No threat to steal, it appears. Larry Walker comes in with a .125 average, 8 at-bats and 1 hit. Here's the pitch, and Walker gets walked. Walker takes the walker. So now, and Manouche gets to third on that, which is interesting. I don't know how they let Manouche get to third on that walk, but they did. So with runners on first and third at the corners, that'll bring up Mark Trumbo, who's batting a whopping .625 already this season, 8 at-bats and 5 hits. Jamie, welcome to the ballpark. We miss you, my friend. I wish you'd come around Discord a little bit more often. It's always good to hear from you. All right, so runner in great scoring position to get this game back in, tied back up. 1 out. Odorizzi will deliver to Trumbo. And it's a grounder to Robertson at third. He'll fire over McManus at second. He fires to Siebert at first. That's a double play. Manouche will not score. Marshfield holds on to the lead. 1-0 going up to the top of 2. We're going to see Johnson, Hayes, and McManus all up for Marshfield here in the top of 2. Bob Johnson with a .143 average, 7 at-bats and 1 hit. Douse pitches to Johnson. Johnson takes a big shot into center field. Jones back to the wall will make the grab for the first out. Frankie Hayes with a .250 average so far this year. He's got 4 at-bats and 1 hit. The 0-2 pitch to Hayes. This is going to get down and into right center field. Against the wall, Hayes will make it to his first double to second. Standing up, easily gets into second base. And now with a runner at second in scoring position with only 1 out, Marty McManus steps up to the plate, batting .286 this season with 7 at-bats and 2 hits. He's also got 3 RBIs. Trying to add on to that. Douse delivers to McManus, and McManus gets walked. So Doss with a walk puts a man on first and second. Trevor Story comes in batting .500 so far this season. He's got 4 at-bats and 2 hits. And Story takes this one into left field. Manouche back a little bit. He gets under that one. Both runners retreat. Hayes will tag and try to make it to third, but he's caught. What a beautiful throw by Williams to Robertson. Makes the tag. Excuse me, that was, no, that wasn't Robert. That was the other team. My apologies. I'm now looking at the new team because that was a double play on that. Got caught trying to take third after the tag. So we go to the bottom of 3. Stickballers trailed by 1. We're going to see Machado, Davis, and Jones all due up for the Brooklyn Stickballers. Manny Machado comes in with a .625 average, 8 at-bats and 5 hits. It's easy to see why Brooklyn is 2-0. Their batters have some great averages already this early in the season. Odorizzi delivers to Machado, and Machado gets walked. So a leadoff walk for the Brooklyn as Davis steps up to the plate. Chris Davis batting .286, 7 at-bats, 2 hits. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and he goes down on strikes. So Odorizzi with 2 strikeouts so far through 2 innings. 1 out. Adam Jones, center fielder, comes up to the plate. At one time was a Chico bail bondsman. He's batting .333 average with 9 at-bats, 3 hits. He's also got a double and a home run. Here's the pitch to Adam Jones. Oh, it gets past Hayes. Hayes picks it up, fires to McManus. And not in time, Machado under the tag. Steals second on the wild pitch. So Jones with a 2-1 count and a runner on second. Only one out. Here's the pitch to Jones. This is going to be into deep center field. Johnson back to his right. He gets it. And he fires to 3. Machado will hold up, will not tag and try and take third. So he'll stay at second now with 2 outs as Jonathan Schoop comes up, batting in the 8th spot with a .333 average, 9 at-bats, and 3 hits. Here's the pitch to Schoop. And that's going to get by Hayes again. Another wild pitch by, so they're going to pass ball. That was not wild, pass ball by Hayes. So we've seen a wild pitch and a pass ball so far from Marshfield in this inning. Puts Machado on 3. Schoop facing the full count, takes the pitch, and it's a little dribbler to Robertson at third. He fires over to Siebert. It's a close play, but he gets him for the 3rd out to save the run. So we go to the top of 3. We're going to see batters 9, 1, and 2 for Marshfield, who still control the game with a small 1-run lead. Gene Robertson batting in the 9th spot with a .125 average, 8 at-bats, and 1 hit. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Robertson. This is going to be deep into right center field. Off the wall. Walker will pick it up, fire to cutoff. Double for Gene Robertson, his 2nd of the season. So a leadoff double for Marshfield. Marshfield coming in looking hot so far in this game with an offense and a defense against the Brooklyn Stickballers, who are 2-0. Baby Doll Jacobson is going to get his 2nd at bat today. He's 0 for 1 so far. But he does have a strong .455 average with 11 at-bats and 5 hits. Doss to Jacobson, and he's going to get walked. So Doss puts Jacobson on 1. Got runners on 1st and 2nd. Siebert, who's already 1 for 1. And a runner in scoring position. The pitch to Siebert. This is going to get... Oh, what a fantastic play by Schoop. Scoops it up, fires to Machado, throws it over to Davis. Fantastic double play by Jonathan Schoop to get 2 outs. However, Robertson is able to advance to 3rd, and that brings up Ken Williams, who's 0 for 1 so far in the game, to try and bring him home. Here's the pitch to Williams, and this is going to be deep in left field. Manouche on the run at the corner and the wall to make the 3rd out. We go to the bottom of 3. The game is still Marshfield 1, Brooklyn Stickballers 0. For Brooklyn Stickballers, we're going to see the 9th batter, Wieters, will wrap around to the top of the lineup, Manouche and Rowell. Matt Wieters comes in, batting .250, 4 at-bats, and 1 hit. Odorizzi delivers to Wieters, and this is into center field. Johnson to his right. He gets under that, makes the grab. Heine Manouche, maybe one of the best names of the season, steps back up. He is 1 for 1. He lined a double to right center, his first at bat. The pitch to Manouche. It's going to be a grounder to Story, who makes a fantastic diving play at shortstop, throws it over to Siebert. Great play by Trevor Story to get that 2nd out. Excuse me, that was a 2nd out. So with 2 outs, up comes Bama Rowell. Bama Rowell, 0 for 1 so far in the game. Here's the pitch, and Rowell will take this into right field, and that will be caught on the run for the 3rd out. We go to the top of 4. Here in the top of 4, Rocky Calavito will be followed by Bob Johnson and Hayes. Rocky Calavito 0 for 1. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Calavito. It's a grounder to Schoop at second. He'll scoop it up. Schoop with the scoop and a throw to Davis at first for the 1st out. Bob Johnson. I feel like we haven't seen his name lately. Did he come back into the league? Somebody let me know. I can't. It seems like he was prominent in the 1st season. I don't remember seeing him very often in the 2nd season. And welcome, Steve. And Legends. Hey, Legends, I hope you can stick around because your game is one of the games that's going to be featured today. We're going to see that undefeated Legends team go against Liverpool here in just a little bit. Bob Johnson 0 for 1 takes the pitch from Doss.
Strike three.
And he goes down on strikes. That's the first strikeout by Doss in the game. He now faces off against Frankie Hayes. Frankie Hayes 1 for 1. Doubled off the white wall in right center. His last at bat. And he goes down. So 2 strikeouts in a row to end that inning. And that half of the inning, excuse me. As we go down to the bottom of 4, Stickballers still trail by 1. Stickballers will see Walker, Trumbo, and Machado. Walker, who got walked last time, takes the pitch, and it's a little dribbler to Siebert. Odorizzi has to cover first. Tossed Odorizzi in plenty of time to get the first out. Trumbo 0 for 1. Here's the pitch from Odorizzi to Trumbo. This is a grounder to Robertson at third. He fires across the diamond. Easy catch for the second out. Manny Machado. Manny Machado also got walked his last at bat. Here's the pitch from Odorizzi. Machado into deep left center field. Williams all the way back to the wall at the track. Makes the grab for the third out. We go to the top of 5. Marshfield still leads 1-0 as Marty McManus leads it off. Marty McManus also got walked his first at bat. Here's the pitch to McManus. Oh, a hard shot into left field. That's going to get down for a single. Leadoff single for Marshfield. Brings up Trevor Story. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And Story goes down on strikes. That's the third strikeout for Doss in this game. That brings up Gene Robertson, who is 1 for 1, and a runner on first still. McManus not showing any sign of trying to steal. And he gets walked. So every time it seems like there's a runner on base, the pitcher ends up walking a batter. It's about the third or fourth time this game we've seen it. Yes, Legends, I did say I was going to dial you up some losses, so we'll see how that goes. You get to play the hard team against Liverpool. And Bernie does say, okay, he did come back in season 3. So it's good to see Indian Bob Johnson back. All right. Baby Doll Jacobson comes in. He's 0 for 1. We're back to the leadoff hitter for Marshfield with only 1 out and runners on first and second. Jacobson 0 for 1. Here's the pitch from Doss. 2-2 pitch. This is going to get into right field and down for a single. McManus does not come home. He holds at third. I guess he felt it was a little too shallow for him to try and make that throw. Walker with a strong arm out there in right field. Must have had the third base coach a little gun shy to send him home. But with bases loaded, Dick Siebert comes up. Dick Siebert is already 1 for 2. So he hit the solo shot back in the first. Can he do it again and make it a grand slam? Pitch to Siebert. No, but it is going to get to the wall in right field. That's going to make a double for Siebert. It's a poor play by Walker. So Dick Siebert with a double drives in 2. And now Marshfield leads 3-0 as Ken Williams comes back up to the plate, batting 0 for 2 so far in the game. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Williams. High fly ball into center field. Jones gets under that one. No, it's over Jones's head. And that is a 3 RBI homer for Williams. So Marshfield is just racking up the offense here. Ken Williams, 382 feet, 3 RBI, his first home run of the season. Mark must be excited to sit here and watch this going on because 7 hits already for Marshfield and 6 runs, while the Stickballers have been held at 1 hit and no runs. And that brings up Rocky Calavito. The pitch, 0-2 pitch to Calavito, and he goes down on strikes for the second out. Doss now with 4 strikeouts, but his pitching performance is not hampering Marshfield, who's up by 6. Here in the top of 5, Jacobson takes the pitch, and he goes down on strikes. So 2 strikeouts in a row in that inning, but not before Marshfield can score 5 runs off of 4 hits and no errors. Brooklyn Stickballers need to get their sticks balling here. We're going to see Davis, Jones, and Shoop come through the lineup. Davis 0 for 1. Odorizzi already with 66 pitches, delivers to Davis. It's a grounder to Siebert. He'll pick it up. That's a 3 unassisted. Adam Jones back at his second plate appearance. He's 0 for 1. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Jones into center field. Liner to Johnson for the second out. And that brings up Jonathan Shoup. The 2-2 pitch to Shoup. And this is deep in left field, but Williams all the way to the track in the corner will make that grab for the third out. A very quick inning for the Brooklyn Stickballers. We go to the top of 6. Marshfield up by 6. 6-0. No errors by either team. And even with that wind coming in from center field, we saw that hit, that 3-run RBI, RBI homer, excuse me, into center field. So against the wind, Frankie Hayes, who's 1 for 2, comes in. Doss with 80 pitches, delivers the full count, and this is going to get down for a base hit into left field. So another leadoff single for Marshfield brings up Marty McManus, who's 1 for 1. McManus goes down on strikes. That's the 6th strikeout for Doss. So Doss with 6 strikeouts, but they also have 3 walks. And even with those 6 strikeouts, still giving up lots of hits to Marshfield and lots of runs. Story takes the 0-1 pitch. This is into center field. Jones to his left will cover that. Hayes has to retreat back to first. 2 outs. That brings up Gene Robertson. Hayes with a slight lead on first. Will he steal? Robertson's 1 for 1. Here's the pitch, and Robertson gets walked. So once again, we see a runner on base and a walk given up by the pitcher. Runners on first and second. Baby Doll Jacobson, we're back to the top of the lineup for Marshfield. He lined a second and lined a single in the 5th, I'm sorry. Pitch to Jacobson, and this is going to get to Machado at second. He'll cover it, throws over to Davis. That'll be the third out. So 1 hit, no runs, and no errors. We go to the bottom of 6. Batters 9, 1 and 2, all due up for Brooklyn. Wieters, who's 0 for 1. And Elam Van Glider is coming in to pitch. He has 1 game, I guess, so far. Or this maybe is his first game. I'm not sure. He has nothing showing, so looks like he might be making his first appearance. Van Glider delivers to Wieters. High fly ball to center field. Johnson to his left. He'll make the grab. That's the first out. Heine Manouche, top of the lineup for Brooklyn Stickballers. Van Glider delivers to Manouche. Manouche, deep fly ball left field. Williams all the way to the foul line in left field. And Heine Manouche is injured and out of the game. It was such a big swing, he must have pulled something there. With 2 outs, Bama Rowell is up to bat. He's 0 for 2. Van Glider with the 0-1 pitch to Rowell. This is going to get into right field for a single. And that'll bring up Larry Walker. Stickballers needing to try and get something going here, get a run in to at least get this gap closed up a little bit. And this is going to be deep into right field. Calavito to the foul line. Deep in right field, makes the grab on the run. That's the third out. 1 hit, but no runs again for the Brooklyn Ballers, who are being shut out 6-0 by Marshfield. We go to the top of 7, where we're going to see batters 2, 3, and 4 for Marshfield. Well, Dick Siebert to lead it off. He is 2 for 3, having a hot day today. First pitch to Siebert, and into right field. Walker to the corner, makes a fantastic diving play to grab that ball for the first out. That brings up Ken Williams, who is 1 for 3 in this game, and he'll get walked. So with 1 out, we got a runner on first. Doesn't appear to be taking a lead big enough to steal. Rocky Calavito still hitless in the game, and he'll get walked. So Doss walks 2 in a row after that beautiful play by Walker. Not doing himself any favors by putting a couple runners on base. Indian Bob Johnson takes the pitch from Doss, and he drives this one into left center field, and that's down for a base hit. All the runners will advance, but Williams will hold at third. So with bases loaded, up comes Frankie Hayes, who's batting 2 for 3, doubled in the second, and then grounded a single in the sixth. So he's batting 2 for 3. Can he continue his streak? Wieters will go out and talk to Doss, try and calm him down. Anything might help at this point. And a run walked in by Doss. You have to wonder when the manager is going to pull Doss. Absolutely crazy to keep him in there with the number of runs he's given up. But up comes Marty McManus. He lined a single in the fifth with bases loaded. Doss delivers to McManus, and it's a grounder to second. Shoup will pick it up, throw over to first. They cannot make the double play. Oh, I see. Okay, Shoup picked it up, tagged second, tried to throw to first for the double play, not in time. So the run comes home. Actually, 2 runs came home. Interesting. Okay, so 2 runs came home. We have runners out in the corners and Story at the plate. I may have missed something there, and if I did, I apologize. Here comes Darren O'Day to pitch. Darren O'Day comes in. He has no stats shown this season, so he must be making his first appearance as he faces off against Story. Story with a big shot into center field. Jones comes up. Oh, he bobbles it. He can't make the grab. Story turns that into a double, an error on Jones. So Story to 2, McManus to 3, and the run comes home. Marshfield with 3 more runs here in the 7th. This game is getting to be a huge blowout. Gene Robertson takes the pitch, and this is going to get a right field. A poor play by Walker. Brings in a couple more. It's now 11-0. We're going to try and get through this game a little quicker. That's the 3rd double today by Gene Robertson. The only reason I'm not going to fast forward this is because the new owner is here, and we want to let him go ahead and watch and enjoy this. Beatles, welcome to Beatles. Night Ravens here, welcome. And Big Clue joins us. So we got a nice little crowd today. I hope everybody's having a great Sunday. All right, the pitch to Jacobson. And into left field. Fothergill gets under that. We go to the 7th inning stretch. All right, Mark Trumbo is going to lead it off for Brooklyn here in the bottom of 7. Brooklyn trailing by 11. We're going to try and fast forward this. A grounder to Robertson. Robertson to Siebert. Easy, quick out for the first out. Up comes Manny Machado.
Strike 3.
And he goes down on strikes. That's Van Glider's first strikeout. To Davis.
Ball 4.
He'll get walked. So Brooklyn with a runner on first. Pitch to Adam Jones. 2 outs. Oh, it hit back, a comebacker to Van Glider. He throws over to 1. That's the 3rd out. We go to the top of 8. Siebert, Williams, Calavito. Pitch to Siebert. Hard shot in the right field for another. He's going to try and beat this out for a double, and he does. His second double, and his second double of today. Both doubles from today. No outs. Runner on 2. To pitch to Williams. To Shoup. He throws over to Davis. That's going to be the first out. Siebert advances to 3. Rocky Calavito with a 2-2 pitch. High fly ball into left field. Fothergill makes the grab, but the tag brings in another run. 12-0. Here comes Indian Bob.
Strike 3.
He goes down on strikes, and we go to the bottom of 8, where we're going to see Shoup, Wieters, and Fothergill. All right, to Shoup into center field. That's going to get down in front of Bob Johnson for a base hit. Stickball is trying to show some life here. Wieters
Strike 3.
goes down on strikes. That's the second strikeout by Van Glider. Fothergill. Oh, okay. So it was like a bunt. It looked like a bunt. They did not. I don't know what happened over here. Hayes won't make it. Let's take a look at the replay. Fothergill steps out. Van. Boy, I got to change this font a little bit. Fothergill cuts curveball. Okay, I don't have any clue. All right, we're gonna just continue on. To Rowell. Rowell, Van Glider comes over, fields that one, throws it over to Siebert. That's a second out. Runners on second and third for Brooklyn. Here's the pitch to Walker. Walker, line drive to second for the third out. We go to the top of 9. We're going to see batters 6, 7, and 8 for Marshfield. Marshfield, Hayes goes down on strikes. That's the second strikeout by Darren O'Day. Darren O'Day looking a little tired on the mound. Pitches to McManus and strikes out another one. So that's his third strikeout, 2 in a row. In comes Michael Givens to pitch. Michael Givens making looks like what his first appearance of the season. Givens to Story. Story, high fly ball in left field. Fothergill gets under that one for the third out. We go to the bottom of 9. This is it. Somehow Brooklyn has to make up 12 runs in half an inning. Let's see how that happens. Trumbo, liner to Story for the first out. Machado, grounder to Van Glider. He picks it up, fires to 1 for the second out. And Chris Davis goes down on strikes. That'll end the game. Marshfield destroys the Brooklyn Stickballers 12-0. Woo! That was a massive blowout. 11 hits, 12 runs for Marshfield, 4 hits, no runs for Brooklyn. And we've got just things going on. Siebert 3 for 5 with a home run. And 3 RBIs. Williams had a home run and 3 RBIs. Hayes went 2 for 4. So hitting all over. We don't have to worry about that. And Marshfield, pitcher, did a fantastic job. Both pitchers did fantastic jobs to hold them to only 4 hits and no runs. The where's the player of the game? I don't see them. Am I missing it? I don't see the player of the game. Oh, MVP. I'm sorry. MVP was Dick Siebert, who went, 3 for 5, 3 RBIs, a home run, 2 doubles. Yeah, he had a heck of a game. He's got a 308 average all now because of this day for the season. Fantastic job. Congratulations, Marshfield, for getting your first win of the season and getting to watch it happen live. All right. We're going to autoplay D-Gens at Lehigh. And D-Gens goes down to Lehigh 10-6. So we still got 3 teams with no, T-ville did lose a game. So, but three teams with no wins in the win division. Wind, not win. The next game we're going to play is Florence, who's 1-0. And I don't know if Aaron made it into the park or not, but I'm hoping he did. Florence against Vegas, who's 0 for 1. Let's get a check. We haven't seen these 2 teams so far yet this year. So let's play this one. All right, we're at Dodger Stadium for the game between Florence and Vegas. Earl Wilson will take the mound. It's his first appearance of the year. He's going to be faced off against by Wilson Alvarez, also making his first appearance. It's 72 degrees with a wind speed of 15 miles per hour out to right field. But even with that strong wind, this is Dodger Stadium. So let's see what happens. The lineup for Florence Firebirds. Leading off, second baseman Brandon Phillips. Batting second, shortstop Dansby Swanson. Batting third will be Reggie Sanders. Cleanup, Freddie Freeman. Batting fifth, Adam Dunn. Adrian Beltre batting 6th, Gabby Hartnett batting 7th, Ken Griffey Jr. batting 8th, and closing out the lineup, catcher Tim McCarver in the 9 spot. In left field for the Vegas Stars, we have Orlando Cepeda. In center field, Cesar Cedeno. Juan Gonzalez in right field. Wes Parker at first. Oder, I don't know if that's Rogned, Rogned. Oder at second base. Somebody tell me that name. Robin Yount, who just recently got traded off and will be shipped to Chico's pretty soon, is going to be at shortstop. Evan Longoria at third. Behind the plate catching in this game is going to be Jonathan Lucroy. And on the mound, Wilson Alvarez making his first start of the season. Carlos is saying Ragnarok. Yeah, that's probably as close as anything else I can. Pronounced Odor. Okay. Yeah, exactly, Jamie. We'll get Yoko in here. Tell us how to pronounce that one. All right, so Florence comes in at with a 1-0. One win, no losses. Stars, no wins, 1 loss. Alvarez to face off against Phillips, leading off, and he with a strikeout right off the bat. The Stars strikes out the first batters. That brings up Dansby Swanson, who's got no average. He does no at-bats this season, making his first appearance. Alvarez to Swanson. Grounded to Odor, who throws over to Parker for the second out. Reggie Sanders batting 400. 5 at-bats, 2 hits. Digs in at the plate. Here's the 1-2 pitch. It's a grounder Longoria. He fires across the diamond in plenty of time for the third out. We go to the bottom of 1. That was a very quick half inning. In the lineup, for the Vegas Stars, we got Cesar Cedeno, Wes Parker, Orlando Cepeda batting third. Designated hitter David Ortiz will be in the cleanup spot. Juan Gonzalez batting 5th. Batting 6th will be Evan Longoria. 7th will be Robin Yount. Batting 8th will be Odor. And batting 9th will be Jonathan Lucroy. On defense for the Firebirds, we got Adam Dunn in left field. Griffey Jr. in center field. Reggie Sanders in right field. Freddie Freeman at first. Brandon Phillips at second. Dansby Swanson will be playing shortstop. At third, Adrian Beltre. Behind the plate catching will be Tim McCarver. And on the mound making his first start of the season, Earl Wilson. Earl Wilson takes the call from McCarver as he faces off against Cedeno. Leadoff batter for the Vegas Stars. Cedeno drives this one to Beltre at third, fires across the diamond in plenty of time for the first out. Up comes Wes Parker batting second. Wes Parker comes in with a .667 average, 3 at-bats and 2 hits, so he's having a good early season. The pitch to Parker, and that's going to continue as that gets down in right field for a single. Parker starting off hot here in early April. Orlando Cepeda steps up. He's got no average. He's got 5 at-bats and no hits. With Parker at first, takes a huge lead. Wilson looks at him. Here's the pitch. Parker's off and running. The throw to second, Phillips. Caught stealing. They caught Parker stealing. Boy, he had a huge lead. Looked like he was going to make it, but the tag down in time. Great throw by McCarver. And that'll be the second out. Cepeda with a 2-1 pitch.
Strike 3.
He goes down on strikes to end that half inning. We go back to the top of 2. For Florence, we're going to see Freeman, Dunn, and Beltre. Freddie Freeman comes in batting 500 this year. 4 at-bats and 2 hits. The full count to Freeman. He gets the free pass by Alvarez. That brings up Adam Dunn, making his first plate appearance of the season with Freeman on first. Freeman with a big lead. Alvarez is a lefty. We'll see how that works out. Alvarez looks over. Freeman does hold, but Dunn gets walked. So 2 walks in a row now by Wilson Alvarez. Runner in scoring position, no outs. Adrian Beltre batting 200 with 5 at-bats and 1 hit. The 1-2 pitch to Beltre. And this is just going to be a pop-up. Foul territory by third base. Longoria gets under that one with no problem for the first out. Gabby Hartnett comes in with 4 at-bats and no hits. His average is 0. Here's the pitch from Alvarez to Hartnett. He goes down on strikes. That's the second strikeout of the game by Alvarez. Now with 2 outs, runners on first and second. Alvarez breathing a little easier now on the mound. Faces off against Ken Griffey, who's batting .333. 3 at-bats and 1 hit. Alvarez delivers to Griffey. Griffey with a grounder to Yount. Yount over to Odor for the third out at second base. Vegas Stars, bottom of 2. We're going to see Ortiz, Gonzalez, and Longoria. David Ortiz comes in, designated hitter of the game. Batting .250, has 4 at-bats and 1 hit. Wilson delivers to Ortiz. Ortiz, a big fly ball into right field. Sanders just moves up slightly, get under that one, and puts that away. Juan Gonzalez has 3 at-bats and no hits, no average, or I should say a 0 average. Gonzalez deep into left field. This one's going to go very deep, but Dunn all the way back to the wall to make that grab. Wow, what a play by Dunn to get to that one for the second out. Evan Longoria comes up, batting .667 so far this season. 3 at-bats, 2 hits. He's looking hot also here early in April with the 1-2 pitch and a grounder to Beltre, who fires over to Freeman at first for the third out. We go to the top of 3. Score is still 0-0. Tim McCarver will lead it off for the Firebirds. He's the 9th batter of the lineup. He's got 5 at-bats and no hits with a 0 average. And he goes down on strikes. We go back to the top of the lineup for Florence. That brings up Brandon Phillips, who's 0 for 1 so far in the game. Pitch to Phillips. Fly ball in left field. Cepeda to his left. He gets under that one. That'll be the second out. As Dansby Swanson, shortstop for the Firebirds, comes up. He's also 0 for 1. And that's his first hit of the season. That's going to get down into right field for a single. And now Reggie Sanders steps up to the plate. Swanson with a huge lead at 1. Is he going to steal against his left-handed pitcher, Alvarez? We'll find out. Here comes the pitch. Alvarez throws over to 1 to try and keep him close. And he does, in fact, back Swanson off. Keeps him a little closer to the bag now. As Alvarez ready to deliver to Sanders. It's a dribbler down the baseline. But that's going to go foul. He'll get another chance at this. Full count for Sanders. The pitch. He goes down on strikes to end the inning. We go to the bottom of 3. Vegas Stars are going to see batters 7, 8, and then 9. Yount to lead it off for the Vegas Stars. Yount with a .400 average. 5 at-bats and 2 hits. Here's the pitch to Yount. And he drives this one to right field, but Saunders to the line makes that grab for the first out. Odor comes in batting .500, 4 at-bats, 2 hits. Something tells me we better learn how to say this guy's name because I have a feeling he's going to do pretty well this season. Here's the pitch to Odor. It's just a dribbler to second base. Phillips will pick that up, fire over to Freeman for the second out. And that brings up the last batter lineup for the Vegas Stars, Jonathan Lucroy. He comes in batting .250, 4 at-bats, and 1 hit. The pitch to Lucroy. Oh, a hard shot into left field. Dunn gets in front of the ball to stop it and keep Lucroy from taking 2. Lucroy held it at first, but a big single for Lucroy. We go back to the top of the lineup for Vegas Stars as Cedeno comes up. He's 0 for 1. The 0-2 pitch. Cedeno dribbler to Beltre, but Beltre makes a terrible play on it. And that's going to be an error charged to Beltre. I thought it might have been an infield hit, but Beltre made an error on the play. So Cedeno reaches on an error. Lucroy gets to second. So now runner in scoring position for Vegas as Wes Parker comes up, batting 1 for 1 in the game. Parker grounder to Freeman at first. He bobbles it, but he's able to recover in time to pick it up, cover the bag, unassisted to end that half inning. Boy, it was starting to look really bad there for Florence with the things that were going on. But they get out of that inning, keep the game scoreless, both teams 0, as Freeman leads off for the Firebirds. Freeman was walked in his last at-bat. He drives this one to right field. Gonzalez over Gonzalez's head. This is going to be off the wall. Freeman gets a double. Gonzalez fires it to the cutoff man. First double of the year for Freddie Freeman. Adam Dunn steps up to the plate. Adam Dunn also got walked his last plate appearance. And he's going to drive this one over Parker's head and into right field. Freeman rounds third, and he comes home. Gonzalez decides to just throw it to the cutoff man, Odor, rather than try and make the play at home. So Dunn drives in an RBI. Firebirds draw first blood. No outs. Adam Dunn at first, taking a big lead. And off Dunn goes, but it's a hit and run. And that's going to get over second base between Yount and Odor. Dunn will scramble to third as Beltre holds up at first. So runners on the corners with no outs. Firebirds already have a run so far this inning as Gabby Hartnett steps up. Gabby Hartnett 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. He goes down on strikes. That's the 5th strikeout by Alvarez so far in the game through 4 innings. So runner on first and third still with 1 out. Pitches to Ken Griffey Jr. That's going to get a wild pitch. Is going to bring Dunn home. Beltre will get to second off of that wild pitch. That's a passed ball. It wasn't a wild pitch. It was a passed ball. So Lucroy, who's got is a fantastic catcher, allowed that ball to get by him. The runner from third comes home as Beltre gets to second. That's going to be 2 runs now for the Firebirds here in the top of 4. Boy, don't expect a pass ball there from Lucroy. All right, pitch to Ken Griffey Jr., and he gets struck out. That is now the 6th strikeout of the game by Alvarez. That'll bring up Tim McCarver, the 9th batter in the lineup for the Florence Firebirds, with a runner on second and 2 outs. And it's a dribbler to Odor. He'll fire over to Parker at first for the 3rd out. Vegas finally gets out of the inning, but the Firebirds score 2 runs off of 3 hits. As we go to the bottom of 4, we're going to see Cepeda, Ortiz, and Gonzalez all for Vegas. Aaron came in. Oh, Aaron, just in time to see your team. Everybody coming in to watch your teams. Doing well. Let's see how this one goes. Wilson to Cepeda, the 1-2 count. Cepeda drives this one into left field. That'll get down for a single. That brings up David Ortiz. So Cepeda at first, no outs. Wilson delivers to Ortiz. It's the 1-2 pitch. A grounder to Freeman. He fires to Swanson. Back to Freeman. So a 3-6-3 double play. And we have an Earl Wilson, the pitcher for Florence Firebirds, injured and out of the game. They are going to bring in Vern Olson, making his first appearance of the season, with a lead of 2-0 over the Vegas Stars. With 2 outs and no one on, Juan Gonzalez steps up to the plate. He digs in, takes the pitch from Olson. It's a grounder over second base. It's going to get between Swanson and Phillips. Gonzalez with a single. So Stars get another runner on for Evan Longoria. Evan Longoria hit 22 home runs in the season he represents here in the Field of Dreams. What's going to happen here? Here's the pitch to Longoria. It's going to be a grounder to Beltre. Beltre's going to throw this one over to second to Phillips for the 3rd out to get that lead runner. We go to the top of 5 where Florence leads the Stars 2-0, and Florence is at the top of the lineup. Brandon Phillips leading it off. Brandon Phillips 0 for 2. And this is going to get past Yount at short for a base hit. So a leadoff single for Phillips. Florence with a runner on first. Am I missing anything here? Let's see. They bring a lefty to face a mostly right-handed. Yeah, I know. Right? Yeah, exactly, Sean. I know. All right. So Phillips on first. All right. I think I lost connection there for a second or two, but we're back. All right. I held up because I saw the stream ended there, and you guys will probably see a blackout here for a few seconds. I apologize, but got the internet back up real quick. Phillips on first. No outs for Florence. Swanson up to bat. He is 1 for 2 so far in the game. Alvarez pitches to Swanson. It's a grounder to Yount. Yount to Odor. Odor over to third. First. Parker grabs it. That's a double play. That'll clear the bases as Reggie Sanders, batting in third in the lineup, comes up. He's 0 for 2 today. Alvarez pitches to Sanders. High fly ball into center field. Cedeno back into his left, makes a great play on the run for the third out. To end the inning, we go to the bottom of 5 as Vegas still trails 2-0 to the Florence Firebirds. The Stars will see Yount, Odor, and Lucroy. Batters 7, 8, 9 all due up. Yount, who's 0 for 1, takes the pitch from Olsen, and this is going to be a single into center field, and it turns into a double for Yount. Big hit for Yount. Boy, I can't wait to get him on my team if he's going to keep hitting like that. Runner on second for the Stars, Odor. Is he any relation to Hodor from Games of Thrones? Odor comes in, has a great average. He's 0 for 1 in the game, but he is batting .400 for the season. Here's the pitch from Olsen. Odor with a big hit in center field. Griffey has to go way back towards the track to grab this. Yount takes off for third. It's a close play, and Yount is caught taking third for the second out. Wow. That has got to be heartbreaking for Bernie to watch that. Looked like Yount was going to get there, and he doesn't make it. Down by 2. We could have had a runner with that runner in scoring position. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Lucroy, who's 1 for 1 also. Boy, if Lucroy gets a hit, it's going to be even a bigger. And there you go. Look at that. Wow, 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 wow. And what a shame for the Stars. Lucroy does get a base hit into right field. Lucroy 2 for 2 in the game and standing on first as Cedeno comes up for 2 outs. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Cedeno will get another hit. Boy, that really makes that Yount mistake even bigger now. Lucroy off to 3, but he's going to beat that in plenty of time. That'll allow Cedeno to go to second. So the Stars back in business with runners on 2 and 3 with those 2 outs. Even with that mistake by Yount, the Vegas Stars have a chance to tie this up. The pitch to Parker. Over Phillips headed second. That's going to get down into right center field. And that drives in 2. Now the game is all tied up. So that probably gives Bernie some relief to see that. Parker drives in 2 on a single. He stands on first with Cepeda up to bat. Parker with a big lead. And Parker, a liner to Freeman at first. That'll be the third out. A little too late as the Firebirds give up the lead. Game is all tied up at 2 going into the top of 6. Freeman, Dunn, and Beltre all due up for the Firebirds. Freeman is 1 for 1. Here's the pitch to Freeman. And he gets his second hit of the game. That's a single into right field. That's going to get down before Gonzalez. He has to stop it in right field. Dunn, who's 1 for 1, and a runner on first. Alvarez delivers to Dunn. A high pop-up behind the plate. Lucroy tries to get under it, but that's going to get into the stands. Lucroy unable to get to it. So a full count to Dunn as Freeman stands on first. Here's the pitch. It's a grounder to Parker, and he's going to pick it up and run it back to first himself. Freeman will get to second. That's going to be the first out. So the go-ahead run for the Florence Firebirds is standing at second. Tony Barnett is going to come in to pitch. Tony Barnett has played in a game already. He had 1 inning pitched and allowed 1 hit. 2 earned runs, and 1 walk. He comes in to face off against Adrian Beltre, who is 1 for 2, and a runner in scoring position on second base. To Beltre, big, deep fly ball to Cedeno. He'll make the grab back by the track. Freeman tags, but Holes does not take off to third. Cedeno throws that ball back to Yount and holds that runner on second. So 2 outs now for Gabby Hartnett, who comes up batting 0 for 2 today. The pitch from Barnett.
Strike 3.
He strikes out Hartnett to end that inning. We go to the bottom of 6, all knotted up, 2-2. For the Vegas Stars, batters 4, 5, and 6. That's going to be David Ortiz leading it off for the Stars. He's 0 for 2 and a 167 average of the season. Big fly ball into foul territory. That's going to get into the stands. So he'll have a chance at this. Ortiz with a 2-2 pitch from Olson. Olson delivers. Whoa, what a shot! Over in the corner, just this side of the foul line in right field. 340-foot home run. That's the second home run by David Ortiz of the season. And that puts the Vegas Stars up by 1, 3-2 over Florence. Juan Gonzalez steps up, batting 1 for 2 in the game. Here's the pitch to Gonzalez. It's a dribbler to Beltre. He picks it up, fires across the field. Freeman will make the grab. That'll be the first out. Evan Longoria 0 for 2. The pitch to Longoria. He's going to get walked by Olson. That brings up Yount, who's batting 500 in this game. He's 1 for 2. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Yount. And it's a big pop-up to Swanson at shortstop. Swanson gets under that one, makes the grab for the second out. Odor, the 8th batter in the lineup for Vegas Stars, comes up 0 for 2. Longoria at first. Longoria, it's a grounder to Swanson. Swanson fires over to Freeman at first for the third out. And that'll end the bottom of 6. We go to the top of 7. We're going to see Ken Griffey Jr., McCarver, and Phillips all due up for the Florence Firebirds. The pitch to Griffey Jr., and it's a grounder to Parker. Barnett has to come off the mound to cover the bag. Parker underhands it to Barnett. That's going to be the first out. McCarver steps up to the plate 0 for 2. McCarver takes the pitch, and it's his first hit of the season for McCarver into right field, down in front of Gonzalez. McCarver now at first with only 1 out. That'll bring up the top of the lineup for the Florence Firebirds, Brandon Phillips. Brandon Phillips, 1 for 3 so far in the game. Here's the pitch to Phillips. It's a grounder to Yount. Yount to Odor. Odor to Parker. It's a double play. 6-4-3. I have no idea what that is. Okay. Interesting. All right. We go to the bottom of 7th. Oh, I know what happened. Somehow that was the, something happened with the sound file for the 7th inning stretch. I don't know what it was, but that's some kind of an error there. So we go to the bottom of 7 without the music. Lucroy, the batter number 9 for the Vegas Stars, will lead it off. Lucroy comes in. He's hot today with a 2. He's 2 for 2.
Strike 3.
But this time he goes down on strikes from Olson. Olson's first strike of the game. Olson to Cedeno. Cedeno, high fly ball to right field. Sanders back, but he gets under that and makes the second out. Parker hitting 2 for 3 in this game. Second batter in the lineup for Vegas Stars. Here's the pitch from Olson to Parker. It's a dribbler to Swanson at short. He gets to it, fires to Freeman at first. That'll be the third out. We go to the top of 8 as the Firebirds still trail the Stars by 1. Dansby Swanson will lead it off for the Firebirds. He is 1 for 3 in this game. But Ray Fossey will come in to pitch. And Bobby Richardson is coming in to play second base. Joe Nathan to pitch. Okay, so okay. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I see. I'm sorry. Fossey came in to play catcher. Richardson came in to play second base. And Joe Nathan came in to pitch. So Stars putting in their defensive adjustments to try and hold on to this lead through the next 2 innings. All right. Well, Swanson will now face off against Joe Nathan. Except, no, he won't. The manager calls timeout after that defensive adjustment to bring in Phil Cavaretta to pinch hit. Cavaretta into shallow center field. Cedeno will come up, make the grab for the first out. We go to the third batter lineup for the Florence Firebirds, and that is Reggie Sanders. Here's the pitch to Sanders, and he drives this one into deep left field. Cepeda back. Oh, boy, that was right at the wall. What a huge catch by Cepeda. That was as close to going out for a home run as you could get over that corner. So Freeman, who's 2 for 2, he's having a hot day today, comes up to bat, but he faces 2 outs. The pitch to Freeman. He goes down on strikes to end the top of the 8th inning. We go to the bottom 8. The Vegas Stars holding on to that 1-run lead. Cepeda, Ortiz, and Gonzalez all due up for the Stars. Olsen to Cepeda. He strikes out, but it's a dropped third strike. McCarver has to recover the ball, throws it to Freeman to get the out. David Ortiz, who's 1 for 3. The pitch to Ortiz. This is going to get into left field. Past Boudreau at short. For a base hit by the Stars. So the Stars now have a runner on first in David Ortiz as Juan Gonzalez steps up to the plate. 1 for 3 in the game. Here's the pitch to Gonzalez. A grounder to Beltre. Beltre will fire to Phillips at second. But Phillips unable to turn the double play in time. Does get the lead runner, but Gonzalez at first with that fielder's choice. Longoria, who's 0 for 2, comes up to the plate. Here's the pitch to Longoria. Oh, it gets past McCarver. It's a pass ball past McCarver, so that allows Gonzalez to scramble to second. So runner on second with 2 outs for Longoria. The pitch, 2-2 count. And over Boudreau's head at shortstop. Ken Griffey Jr. will come up and field it, but not before Gonzalez rounds third and comes home to give the Vegas Stars a 2-run lead. So Evan Longoria drives in an RBI on that single. Here comes Robin Yount, batting 1 for 3 today. The pitch to Yount, and it's a grounder to Boudreau. He'll just fire to Phillips at second to get the lead runner for the third out. We go to the top of 9. This is it. It's all or nothing now for the Florence Firebirds as they now trail by 2. The Florence Firebirds have 7 hits, 2 runs, and 1 error. The Vegas Stars have 11 hits, 4 runs, no errors. Adam Dunn will lead it off for the Florence Firebirds. He is 1 for 2 in the game. Nathan delivers to Dunn, and he goes down on strikes. The second strikeout for Joe Nathan in the game. That brings up Adrian Beltre. Adrian Beltre, 1 for 3.
Strike 3.
And he gets struck out by Nathan. That's the second strikeout in a row. Third strikeout of the game for Joe Nathan. Now he faces off against Hartnett. They're down to their last out. Down by 2. And Boog Powell is coming in to pinch hit. And the pitch to Powell. He goes down. Nathan with 3 strikeouts to end the inning and end the game as the Vegas Stars defeat the Florence Firebirds 4-2. And let's take a quick look at the box scores. 11 hits for Vegas, 4 runs. 7 hits for Florence, 2 runs. Freeman went 2 for 3 for Florence. That's about the best highlight they had for hitting. Over here for the Vegas Stars, we had Parker, who went 2 for 4. Ortiz went 2 for 4 and, of course, got the home run. And Lucroy went 2 for 3. On the mound, Wilson and Olsen both pitched for Florence. Olsen gave up 4 runs off and 3 earned runs off of 8 hits. And for Vegas, Barnett and Nathan had pretty good outings. Barnett did give up, I'm sorry, Alvarez rather. Excuse me. Alvarez gave up 2 runs, 1 earned run off of 6 hits. The MVP of the game was Joe Nathan. I guess he came in and closed it out. I guess that was he did have a pretty good strikeout there to end that game. All right, that's going to take us to the next day, the 9th. But we are going to take a 30-second break. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. We're going to do one more game today. Let's auto play some games until we get to today's the last featured game of the day. Chicago at Amazing. Chicago with a big win over Amazing, 6-5. Rogers with his first win of the season. Cat with his first loss. Rice goes 3 for 4 with a home run and a double. Brooklyn at St. Pete. Brooklyn beats St. Pete 5-4. Collins gets his first win. Starr his first loss. Rowell goes 3 for 5 with a home run. Boy, Brooklyn is off to a pretty hot start here for a new team. 3-1 so far this season. Vegas at Hadley Lake. Hadley Lake gets their first win of the season. Warnicki gets his first win. Santana his first loss. Palmero goes 2 for 4 with 2 home runs and 3 RBIs. Fort Lee at Manchester. Fort Lee gets their first win of the season over Manchester, 8-1. Peterson with the first win of the season. Reed gets his first loss of the year. Wright goes 3 for 5 with a double. D-Gens, here we go. D-Gens at Chico's. The battle of the defeated. And Chico's gets the first win between these two winless teams. So Baez gets his first win of the year, coming in to relieve. Papelbon gets his first loss of the season. Goose Goslin goes 3 for 5 with a home run. And that takes us to the last featured game of the day, Long Island at Liverpool. We're going to see these undefeated Long Island. But before we get there, let's take a quick look at the standings. Lehigh and San Francisco are tied in the win division, 3-0. 3 wins and no losses, excuse me. T-ville, a game behind it, 2-1. Chico's, 2 games behind it, 1-2. Cleveland D-Gens, both winless. Cleveland 0-2, 2.5 games back. D-Gens 0-4 with 3.5 games back. In the Earth Division, Dallas leads the division, 3 wins, no losses. Long Island, 2 wins, no losses. Half a game back, so it's an important game for Long Island. Liverpool, who's a game and a half back at 1-1. Manchester, 2 games back at 1-2, along with Fort Lee. And Hagerstown, 0-3, 3 games back. Over in the Waterdown Division, Mid-Michigan, 2-0. And Brooklyn, 3-1, are tied up. Amazing is at 2 wins, 3 losses. They're a game and a half back, along with Marshfield, who's got 1 win and 2 losses, along with Hadley Lake, who's got 1 win and 2 losses. All 3 of those teams are 1.5 game back. St. Pete, 2 games back at 1-3. Chicago, David, got to be happy, leading your fire division so far, 3-1. Edmonton, half a game back at 2-1. Florence at 1-1. Canada, 1-1, both 1 game back. Vegas and Lancaster, both a game and a half back at 1-2. Off we go to Long Island and Liverpool. right, we're at PNC Park. Bumgarner gets his first start of the year, and he's going to be opposed by Kyle Hendricks, who's also getting his first start of the year. It's 57 degrees, and there is a 30% chance of rain.
Play ball.
Leading it off for the Long Island, or excuse me, the lineup rather, for the Long Island Legends. Leading off will be Kenny Lofton. Brandon Belt will be batting second. Designated hitter Al Simmons will be batting third. In the cleanup spot, left fielder Zach Wheat. Batting fifth, Carlos Beltran. David Wright batting sixth. Buster Posey batting seventh. Brandon Crawford batting eighth. And closing out the lineup, Max Bishop in the 9-hole. For the defense, we have Jose Ramirez in left field, Mike Trout in center field, Mel Ott in right field. Joey Votto will be at first. Little Joe Morgan at second base. Francisco Lindor at short. Whitey Kurowski at third. Behind the plate catching is Mike Piazza. And on the mound, making his first start of the season, is Kyle Hendricks. Kyle Hendricks takes the mound, and he's going to face off against Kenny Lofton, who comes in batting .250 this season with 8 at-bats and 2 hits. The 3-1 pitch to Lofton. And to Joe Morgan at second. He fires over to Votto in plenty of time for the first out. Brandon Belt steps up to the plate. Belt comes in batting a .333 average, 3 at-bats and 1 hit. From Hendricks to Belt. This is going to get a liner to Ott. It was a big hit, but Ott makes that catch. It was on a rope there to right field. That brings up Al Simmons, batting .222 this season, 9 at-bats and 2 hits. Hendricks delivers to Simmons. Big, deep fly ball into right field, but Ott gets to this one near the track for the third out. We go to the bottom of 1. In the lineup for the baseball club, Liverpool will see Jose Ramirez lead it off. Francisco Lindor will be batting second. Mike Piazza batting third. Mike Trout in cleanup batting fourth. Joe Morgan batting fifth. Joey Votto batting sixth. In the 7th spot, Whitey Kurowski batting 8th. Mel Ott and Harry Danning, the designated hitter, will close out the lineup in the 9th spot. Zach Wheat in left field for the Long Island Legends. Carlos Beltran in center field. And Kenny Lofton in right field. Brandon Belt will be playing first base. Max Bishop at second. Brandon Crawford at shortstop. Third baseman, David Wright. Behind the plate catching is going to be Buster Posey. And on the mound, first start of the season, is Madison Bumgarner. All right, Bumgarner takes the mound. Ramirez digs in at the plate. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Ramirez with a grounder into right field. A leadoff single here for the Liverpool Baseball Club. And that'll bring up Francisco Lindor. Bumgarner throws over to 1 to try and keep Ramirez closer. And it appears that worked because Ramirez is not taking as big of a lead. The full count to Lindor. He goes down on strikes. Bumgarner with his first strikeout of the game. That brings up Mike Piazza. Mike Piazza comes in with a .222 average, 9 at-bats and 2 hits. Bumgarner delivers to Piazza. He goes down and strikes. 2 strikeouts in a row for Madison Bumgarner. 2 outs now with that runner on first. That'll bring up Mike Trout with .250 average, 8 at-bats, 2 hits. The pitch to Trout. He's going to get walked. So no strikeout for Trout. He gets walked instead. But now Joe Morgan, who's batting .286, 7 at-bats and 2 hits, steps up with facing 2 outs. But they have a man on first and a man on second. Bumgarner delivers to Morgan. It's a grounder to Crawford at short. He'll fire just a second. Bishop gets Trout there for the third out. We go to the top of 2. Zach Wheat will lead it off for the Long Island Legends. The pitch to Wheat. Oh, a deep fly ball left field. Ramirez takes a couple steps back and makes the grab for the first out. Carlos Beltran batting .250, 8 at-bats and 2 hits. The pitch to Beltran. This is going to be into foul territory. Karowski gives chase, but that's going to be a souvenir for somebody as it gets into the stands. Full count now for Carlos Beltran. Hendricks delivers. And over Lindor's head at short for a base hit. The Long Island Legends has a runner on first with only one out as David Wright steps up to the plate batting. Well, he's making his first plate appearance and at bat this game. So the pitch to Wright. Off goes Beltran. It's a hit and run. And that's going to get down for a base hit. Beltran's going to have time to run second and get it to third. So Wright with a single. Runners on the corners for the Long Island Legends with only one out. Brings up Buster Posey. Buster Posey with 4 at-bats and no hits so far this season. The pitch to Posey. He goes down on strikes, but we have an injury. Buster Posey is out. He's injured, out of the game. Ouch. That's going to hurt a little bit there for the Long Island Legends. So Long Island Legends still have those 2 runners on the corners with 2 outs. Face it for Brandon Crawford, who steps up to the plate, making his first plate appearance of the season. Hendricks with a 2-2 count to Crawford, strikes him out to end the inning. The threat is gone. We go to the bottom of 2. Votto, Karowski, and Ott all due up for Liverpool. Joey Votto comes in with 7 at-bats and 0 hits. He's got a 0 average. The pitch to Votto. Fly ball into shallow center. Beltran takes a few steps up, makes the grab. That's the first out. Whitey Karowski comes in batting .222, 9 at-bats and 2 hits. Bumgarner to Karowski. Fly ball into right field. Lofton gives chase. Gets under this in time for the second out. That brings up Mel Ott. With 2 outs, Mel Ott comes in with a .375 average, 8 at-bats and 3 hits. The pitch to Ott. He's going to get walked. So Bumgarner issues his second walk of the game. Now to face off against Harry Danning, the last batter in the lineup for the Liverpool Baseball Club. Danning making his first plate appearance of the year. Takes the pitch. It's a grounder to Crawford at short. He's going to pick it up and just run over to second base for the final out. We go to the top of 3. No runs for either team. Long Island Legends is going to see Bishop lead it off, and then we go to the back to the top of the lineup with Lofton and Belt. Bishop making his first plate appearance of the season. And he's going to get a walk, a leadoff walk by Hendricks. That's his first walk of the game, but you never want to lead off a walk if you can avoid it. That brings up Kenny Lofton. Kenny Lofton with batting .222 this season. I think I missed his stats when he first came up. Here's the pitch to Lofton. Oh, it's a dribbler. It's a bunt back to the mound. Kendricks comes off, picks it up, fires to one for the out, but Bishop makes it to second. So 1 out now for Brandon Belt, batting .250. 0 for 1 in the game. Big fly ball into center field. Trout gives chase back towards the wall. He makes the grab. Bishop has to hold. Not going to test Mike Trout's arm. Al Simmons, 0 for 1 in the game. Takes the pitch. Drives another one into center field. This time Trout has to come up for this one. He makes the grab. That's the third out. We go to the bottom of 3. Still no runs for either team. For the Liverpool Baseball Club, we're at the top of the lineup. Ramirez, Lindor, and Piazza. Jose Ramirez comes in. I'm sorry. He comes in. He actually, this is his first game of the season, appears, because he's got 1 at bat so far this season, which we saw earlier, and it was for a hit. So he's got a solid 1,000 batting average. He's batting 1,000. And this is going to be his second hit of the game. So he's 2 for 2 so far this season. That's over the head of Crawford at short and into left center field. That brings up Francisco Lindor. I think I might have missed his average when he first came up. He's batting 100 for the season with 10 at-bats and 1 hit. Ramirez with a big lead off of first. Bumgarner, the lefty, looks at him, but Ramirez is off and running. Downing makes the throw to Bishop, and Ramirez gets his first stolen base of the year under the tag. Now a runner at second with no outs. Lindor with the 0-1 pitch. It's a grounder to Bishop at second. He fires to Belt at first. Ramirez makes it to third. 1 out. Bumgarner faces off against Mike Piazza. Mike Piazza for 1 in the game. Here's the pitch. Deep fly ball into Lofton. This should score the runner. The runner tags Ramirez. Home. Lofton just throws it back to the cutoff. And that's the first run of the game by the baseball club. Mike Trout comes in. He got walked his last at bat. It's the pitch to Trout. And this is a hard shot into left center field over Crawford's head for a single. So with 2 outs, facing Joe Morgan, runner on first. Here, Bumgarner throws over first to try and hold Trout a little closer. But Trout taking about as big of a lead as he did before. It didn't seem to work. Morgan with a fly ball into shallow center. Beltran makes the grab on the run up for the 3rd out. We go to the top of 4. Long Island trails Liverpool 1-0. Zach Wheat 0 for 1 in the game. He hits a grounder to Lindor, who fires over to Votto at first for the 1st out. Carlos Beltran, who is 1 for 1 in the game, takes the pitch from Hendricks. He's going to drive this one into center field, and that's going to get down for a base hit. So with 1 out and a runner on first, that'll see David Wright come up for the Legends. He is also batting 1,000 so far for the year. Here's the pitch. Beltran is off and running. This ball gets hit back to the mound to Hendricks. Hendricks fires and gets the batter out, but Beltran to second. So with a runner on 2 in scoring position and 2 outs, that brings up Brian Downing. And I'm not sure why Downing, is he did he come in? Is he catching? Did he come in for Buster Posey? Is that what that is? Because he doesn't have a plate appearance so far. He goes down on strikes. We go to the bottom of 4. That ends that inning. 1 hit, no runs. And for the Liverpool Baseball Club, we're going to see Votto, Karowski, and Ott. Yes, Downing did go in to catch for Buster Posey. Votto is 0 for 1 for the game. And this is going to be driven into center field. Beltran has to go back, but he makes the grab for the 1st out. Whitey Karowski, 0 for 1. The full count. And over Bishop's head to the wall in right center. Karowski beats this out for a stand-up double. His 2nd double of the season. So now Liverpool with a runner on 2 and only 1 out. As Mel Ott comes up. He walked his last plate appearance. Downing going to go out and talk to Bumgarner. Bumgarner delivers. He strikes out Ott. So Bumgarner with his 3rd strikeout of the game. Now faces off against Harry Danning. 2 outs. Bumgarner breathing a little bit of a sigh of relief here, trying to get out of this inning without giving up any more runs. This is going to be a liner to second base, and that is the 3rd out. So 1 hit, no runs. As we go to the top of 5, we're going to see Crawford, Bishop, then wrap back to the top of the lineup, Lofton for the Long Island Legends. Crawford, who's 0 for 1 in the game, takes the 0-2 pitch. It's a grounder to Votto. He'll pick it up, tag the base himself for the 1st out. Max Bishop, who's also making his very first at bat. Oh, he got walked. That's right. He got walked his last plate appearance. So he still has no official at bats. Here's the pitch. Now, this is an official at bat. It's a pop up. Morgan gives chase back towards the grass. He'll catch that one for the 2nd out. Kenny Lofton, 0 for 1 in the game. The pitch from Hendricks to Lofton. Oh, he bunts his way on base, and he makes it. A nice bunt by Lofton with his speed to get him on base with the bunt. Lofton also now taking a fantastic lead off of first as Belt comes up 0 for 2 in the game. And off goes Lofton, and it's a throw to Lindor. Not in time. Lofton under the tag. Hits his second stolen base of the season. So lofted on 2 outs for Belt. Brandon Belt looking for the pitch. Is the 0-1 pitch. It's a grounder to Votto, who picks it up and once again tags the bag by himself to get the third out. We go to the bottom of 5. Liverpool still leads by 1. Both teams with 4 hits. Both teams no errors. Both teams have left 5 on base, but Liverpool has been able to drive in 1 run. Ramirez having a fantastic game so far, 2 for 2. Here's the pitch. Big fly ball into center field. Beltran gives chase. He gets under that one for the first out. Francisco Lindor, 0 for 2. Here's the pitch. Lindor, it's a hit towards second. Picks it up. Oh, an error by Brandon Belt. He could not make the grab and allows Lindor to get to base. Wow, what a shame. Boy, Legends are definitely having a tough time here. Lindor on first. Piazza at the plate. Baumgartner with 86 pitches so far in the game. Has 3 strikeouts and 2 walks. 1 out for Piazza. Fly ball into right field. Lofton gets under this one. Lindor back to first. And now the Liverpool Baseball Club have 2 outs with a runner on first. Mike Trout, who's 1 for 1, steps up to the plate. He digs in. He looks for the pitch from Baumgartner. It's a grounder to Crawford at short. Crawford fires over to 1. That'll be the third out. We go to the top of 6, where the Baseball Club still leads the Legends 1-0. For the Legends, we're going to see Simmons, Wheat, and Beltran. Hendrick fires to Simmons. Simmons, oh, a fantastic play by Lindor. Wow, he runs that one, backhands it, gets it in time to throw to Votto. Fantastic play by Lindor for the first out. That's going to bring Zach Wheat. Zach Wheat takes the pitch, and he goes down on strikes for the second out, and that'll bring up Carlos Beltran. Carlos Beltran, who's 2 for 2. He's having a great game so far. But he goes down on strikes for the third out. To end the top of the 6, we go to the bottom of 6. Baseball Club still leads 1-0. Joe Morgan, Votto, and Karowski all due up for the Baseball Club. Joe Morgan, who's 0 for 2 in the game. It's a dribbler to Crawford, who comes up and fields that in time to throw it over to Belt at first and get the first out. Joey Votto still looking for his first hit of the season. And it's a grounder to Belt. That's a 3 unassisted. For the second out, Whitey Karowski, who's batting 1 for 2. Bumgarner delivers and strikes him out to end the inning. So we go to the top of 7 now. For the Legends, we're going to see Rout, Downing, and Crawford. All right. David Wright, he's 1 for 2 today. And Felipe Rivero is coming in to pitch. Felipe Rivero has a third of an inning pitched so far this season. Gave up 1 hit. He must be on a short leash or something. We'll see what happens here. Rivero to right. Grounder to Lindor. Lindor picks it up, fires over to first. Votto will make the grab for the first out. Brian Downing, 0 for 1. Rivera delivers to Downing. Downing with a big fly ball into the corner, right field corner, but Ott will get to that in time for the second out, as that brings up Brandon Crawford with 2 outs now. He is 0 for 2 in the game. The pitch. Oh, past Morgan at second base, so Crawford gets his first hit of the season. So with 2 outs, Legends trying to put get another runner on first, rather. That brings up Max Bishop. Max Bishop is 0 for 1. Crawford with a big lead at first. Will Crawford take off? Okay. Oh, they're going to throw to first. And Crawford comes back, but he's taking an even bigger lead now. Piazza got the ball and threw that to first, by the way. Bishop still with a 1-0 count. Crawford with a much bigger lead down at first. And Rivero throws over to first, but Crawford back in plenty of time. Now Crawford holds up just a little bit. And here's the pitch to Bishop. And Bishop gets walked. So Legends now have a runner on first and second for Kenny Lofton, who is 1 for 2 in the game. The pitch from Rivera to Lofton. And this is going to be into right field. And that gets down for a base hit. Crawford is going to round third. He's coming home. Ott throws home, but nowhere near in time. Bishop scrambled to third. So Lofton with a huge RBI single into right field. Drives that runner home. Bishop to third. Lofton holds up at first base. The game is all tied up. That brings up Brandon Belt, who is 0 for 3. Rivera to Belt. And this is going to be a fly ball into left field, but that's going to go foul into the stands. So now the 0-2 pitch to Belt. And it's a grounder to Votto, who picks it up once again and tags the base. Go to the 7th inning stretch. All right, we're back at the bottom of the 7th inning. Mel Ott will lead it off for the Liverpool Baseball Club. The game is all knotted up at 1. Long Island with 6 hits and Liverpool with 4. Long Island does have an error in the game. Long Island left 7 on base so far, and Liverpool have left 6 on base so far. Mel Ott to lead it off is batting 0 for 1 so far in the game, and Derek Law is coming in to pitch. And Derek Law has got 1 1/3 inning pitch so far this season. He's allowed 2 hits, 1 home run, 1 earned run. Law to Ott. Ott, a hard liner to right. Right makes the grab for the first out. That brings up Harry Danning, who's 0 for 2. Law delivers to Danning. And this is going to get into right field, over the dirt. That's a single for Danning. That'll bring up Jose Ramirez, who's batting 2 for 3 so far to the game. Having a good day with a runner on first and only 1 out. Law delivers to Ramirez. And it's a hard grounder to Bishop. He fires to Crawford. It's a double play. Excuse me, I got tied up there, but it was a double play to end the inning. We go to the top of 8. Al Simmons leads it off for Long Island, followed by Wheat and then Beltran. Simmons 0 for 3 in the game. And now comes Jake Diekman to pitch. Diekman comes in, making his first appearance in the season. Let's see how he does against Long Island. The pitch from Diekman to Simmons. Oh, this is a hard shot to the wall in left field. A leadoff double for the Long Island Legends. That's the first double of the season by Simmons. And that brings up Zach Wheat. Zach Wheat still looking for his first hit of the game and of the season. With Simmons on second. The pitch to Wheat. And this is going to get into foul territory down third baseline and into the stands. So the 1-2 pitch to Wheat. And this is a big, deep, wasn't as deep as I thought. It was shallow right field. Ott comes up. Simmons, not deep enough for him to tag up. Has to remain at second base. That brings up Carlos Beltran, who is having a good day, though. He's 2 for 3. And here's the pitch to Beltran, but he goes down on strikes from Diekman. That's the first strikeout by Diekman in the game. And Diekman working to get out of this one with that leadoff double. Now with 2 outs, brings up David Wright, who's 1 for 3. The pitch to Wright, and he goes down on strikes. So, wow, Diekman gave up a leadoff double and then comes back and strikes out 2 to get to end that inning. We go to the bottom of 8. We're going to see Lindor, Piazza, and Trout. Lindor, who's 0 for 3 in the game, and in comes Billy Wagner to pitch for the Legends. Billy Wagner has pitched 3 1/3 innings so far this year. 2 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. Wagner will face off against Lindor, who's 0 for 3. The pitch, and he strikes him out. Big strikeout there for Wagner to lead off that inning. Now he faces off against Mike Piazza, who's 0 for 2. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Fly ball into center field. Beltran gives chase. Gets under that one for the second out. Wagner to face off against the hard-hitting Mike Trout. Mike Trout batting .500 in this game. He's 1 for 2. Wagner delivers. Trout in liner, hard liner into right field, but Lofton gets to that one for the third out. We go to the top of 9. Downing, Crawford, and Bishop, batters 7, 8, and 9 for the Long Island Legends. Diekman still on the mound, looking a little worn. How long will they keep him in? Not long at all, because they're bringing in Mark Melancon to pitch. And he comes in making his first appearance of the game. The delivery to Downing. Downing with a big fly ball into left field. To the wall, but Ramirez will make that grab. That was as close to being a home run as you were going to see, I think, without it being a home run. What a grab at the wall there by Ramirez. That brings up Brandon Crawford. Brandon Crawford, who is 1 for 3 so far, takes the pitch, and he goes down on strike. So Melancon gets his first strike out of the game. And now faces off against the 9th batter for the Legends, Max Bishop. Max Bishop's 0 for 1. And this is a pop-up into foul territory, third baseline. Karofsky gives chase. That's going to go into the stands. Bishop will get another chance, facing the 2-2 pitch. Delivery. Hard grounder to Lindor. He picks it up. Fires Novato at first for the third out. We go to the bottom of 9. The game is all knotted up. Morgan, Votto, and Karofsky all due up for the Liverpool Baseball Club. Joe Morgan, who is 0 for 3, struggling a little bit in this game, takes the pitch. Grounder to Crawford. Fires over to Belt in time for the first out. Votto 0 for 3. Wagner delivers to Votto. Fly ball into center field. Brett Beltran to his left. Gets under that one easily for the second out. Whitey Karofsky, who is 1 for 3. The 1-2 pitch. Hard grounder to Bishop at second. He picks it up. We're going into extra innings as the game remains tied 1-1. Long Island Legends back to the very top of their lineup. Kenny Lofton lead it off. He is 2 for 3. Kenny Lofton bunted in the third to make it and then lined a single in the 7th. What's he going to do here? Well, he's going to knock a hard grounder to second, but it's an infield hit as Morgan has trouble fielding it and makes the error. It's not an infield hit. It is an error by Joe Morgan, of all people. Wow. Sometimes you just see things that, Joe Morgan making an error. I know they all make errors, but wow. In extra innings to see Joe Morgan do that. Kenny Lofton now at first, taking a big lead for Brandon Belt, who comes up with no outs. Melancon throws over to first. Lofton back in time. Doesn't really hold him that much closer to the bag. And he's going to throw over to first again. And this time they catch him. He takes a little bit too big of a lead, and they caught him. What is going on for Long Island? That is a huge mistake. They get that runner on through a big mistake by Morgan, and then get him thrown out. Wow. All right, so Belt now still waiting for his first pitch from Melancon, and here it comes. It's a 1-0 pitch to Morgan, who this time does not make the error, throws it to first for the second out. That'll bring up Al Simmons. Al Simmons, who's 1 for 4, takes the pitch. And this is going to be into center field, but a liner to Trout, who makes the grab for the third out. We go to the bottom of 10. We're going to see Ott, Danning, and then back to the top of the lineup, Ramirez for Liverpool. Wagner's tired, and they're going to bring in John Franco to pitch. John Franco, who's got 1/3 of an inning pitched so far this season. With no hits, no runs, no errors, no walks, no strikeouts. The pitch to Ott strikes him out. Danning steps up to the plate, 1 for 3. Left-handed Franco to Danning. And this is going to be a liner to Belt at first, who makes the grab for the second out. That brings up Jose Ramirez, who's batting 2 for 4 so far. Franco delivers to Ramirez. Back to Franco at the mound. He fires over to 1. Belt makes the grab. That's the third out. We go to the top of 11. Wheat, Beltran, and Wright all due up for the Legends. Melancon on the mound, looking a little worn, and there comes Alex Colomi to pitch. He comes in for his first appearance, so Alex making his first appearance of the game. Pitches it to Wheat. Wheat into center field, liner to Trout. That's the first out. That brings up Beltran, who's batting 2 for 4 in this game. Here's the 2-0 pitch to Beltran. It's a dribbler to Kurowski at third. It's going to be a close play at first. Oh, but just in time for the out. Boy, he made that throw in less than half a step there to get that out. 2 outs now. Wright is now facing 2 outs. He comes in he's 1 for 4 so far in the game. The delivery to Wright. Big pop-up towards third base. Whitey Kurowski will get under this one for the third out. We go to the bottom 11. Lindor, Piazza, and Trout all due up for Liverpool. Lindor hitless in the game. 0 for 4. Franco delivers to Lindor. Strikes him out. That's the second strikeout by Franco. Facing off against Piazza now. To Piazza. Oh, Piazza gets this one between short and third into left field for a single. So the baseball club, who can end this game with a run, puts that runner on with only 1 out. Mike Trout, who's 1 for 3, comes up to face off against Franco. Franco looks over at Piazza, delivers to Trout. Trout with a grounder to Bishop. Bishop tags the base, throws to first. It's going to be a close play. Not in time, could not make the double play. 2 outs for Liverpool. Trout is on first with the fielder's choice. And Joe Morgan, who's 0 for 4 in the game. And Santiago Casilla is now in to pitch. He's making his first appearance of the season. Trout takes off running. Downing throws to second, but Trout beats it out, steals the base. So now Liverpool has a runner on 2 in scoring position with 2 outs for Joe Morgan. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Morgan with a grounder to Bishop. Bishop to first. We're going to keep going, guys. We're into the 12th inning. Downing, Crawford, and Bishop. Batters 7, 8, 9 for Long Island. Downing 0 for 3. Here's the pitch to Downing. He goes down on strikes. That'll bring up Crawford. Crawford, who's 1 for 4. The pitch to Crawford. He goes down on strikes. So Alex Colomi's having a good inning anyways, with 2 strikeouts in a row. Now faces the 9th batter in the lineup for Long Island. Bishop, who's 0 for 2. Here's the delivery. Big, deep. Not as deep as I thought, but to left field, just into foul territory. But Ramirez on the run to make that fantastic catch for the third out. We go to the bottom of 12. Votto, Kurowski, and Ott all due up. For Liverpool, Votto is 0 for 4. He goes down on strikes. That brings up Whitey Kurowski, who's 1 for 4. Casilla delivers to Kurowski. Fly ball into deep center field, left center field. Beltran on the run to the wall to make that grab. What a fantastic play by Beltran to get that second out. And that brings up Mel Ott, who's 0 for 3. Ott. Big, deep fly ball. This one is gone. It's a walk-off home run for Mel Ott. That'll end the game. I'm sorry, Legends. It happened. Liverpool Baseball Club beats Long Island 2-1. But what a great game. There's nothing to be ashamed of in that loss. Let's take a look at the box score. 7 hits, 1 run for Long Island. 7 hits, 2 runs for Liverpool, each with an error. For Long Island, Lofton went 2 for 4, and Beltran went 2 for 5. For Liverpool, Ramirez went 2 for 5, and Ott, of course, with that walk-off home run. Lots of pitching going on here, and obviously, the MVP, they're giving it to Kyle Hendricks. Hendricks, who pitched 6 innings, only gave up 4 hits, walked 1, and struck out 5. Well, okay, interesting. Whatever. All right, let's finish out. We're into Sunday. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, we do. We're going to go ahead and just sim out Sunday, and then I'll zip up the file, and we'll wait for the next person to do a broadcast. But let's do it. Marshfield at Canada. Canada ekes out a win over Marshfield 5-4. Ziegler with his first win of the season. Danforth with his first loss of the season. Jacobson 3 for 6 and gets a home run. Fort Lee at Manchester. Manchester squeaks out a win against Fort Lee. Lyons with his first win. Robertson with his first loss. Early goes 2 for 4 with a home run. Edmonton at Florence. Edmonton gets the win over Florence 9-7 in a 12-inning game. Bonham with his first win of the season. Raffensperger with his first loss of the season. McCovey goes 4 for 6 and 1 home run. Give me 1 minute, guys. I'm sorry. All right. I apologize, guys. I had a phone call from my daughter. Had to take that one. All right. D-Gens at Chico's. And Chico's with their second win. D-Gens still winless so far. Chico 6-5. Johnson gets his first win of the season. Cheesebro gets his first loss. Lowell goes 2 for 4 with a home run and 2 RBIs. Long Island at Liverpool. And Long Island comes back after the loss and takes the game 10-7. Palmer with his first win of the year. Kluber with his first loss. Reyes goes 3 for 3 with a double and a stolen base. Big win there for Long Island. Chicago at Amazing. Amazing takes it 3-1 over Chicago. Lee gets the win. Hands gets his first loss of the season. And a blank. It says save, but whatever. Lehigh at Cleveland. Cleveland destroys Lehigh 6-1. Sanchez gets his first win of the season. Luque gets his first loss. Kelly goes 1 for 2 with a home run, a double, and a walk. Dallas at Hagerstown. Dallas beats Hagerstown. So Hagerstown also winless. 3-0. Maddox gets his second win of the season. Sally gets his second loss of the season. Saved by Kelly. Mid-Michigan at Lancaster. Mid-Michigan loses to Lancaster. Lancaster gets, Walters gets his first win of the year. Sherdell gets his first loss of the year. Cabrera goes 2 for 4 with a home run and a double. T-ville at San Fran. Oh, what a close game there, but T-ville drops it 8-7 to San Fran. San Fran undefeated so far. Harris with his first win of the year. Jones with his first loss. Lou Gehrig comes in and goes 2 for 3. Gets a home run and 3 RBIs. Nice outing by Gehrig there. But they still got the loss, unfortunately. Brooklyn at St. Pete. St. Pete with a huge win over Brooklyn, 10-3. Jenkins, 2 wins for so far this year. Whitehill gets his first loss. Veach goes 2 for 5 with a home run and 4 RBIs. And finally, Vegas at Hadley Lake. Vegas takes the loss. Hadley Lake takes the win 3-1. Wyatt gets his first win of the year. Valdez gets his first loss. Palmera goes 3 for 4 with a home run. All right, that's going to end the first week of the Field of Dreams Season 3. I believe Aaron wants to do some games as well, and I hope he does. Oh, shoot, I just realized that. Aaron, I'm not sure if Aaron was going to go today. I hope I didn't go. Well, whatever. Aaron can just start up on the second week. Aaron, I hope I didn't screw anything up for you. I want you to get in there and get your things. Let's take a quick look at the standings. San Francisco 4-0 in the win division over Lehigh by 1, who's 3-1. In the Earth division, Dallas is undefeated at 4-0. Long Island 1 game back at 3-1. Mid-Michigan and Brooklyn are both tied for the lead in that division. Amazing and Hadley Lake both half a game back. And over in the Fire division, Edmonton leads the division with Canada and Chicago only half a game back. So actually the surprise here is that Vegas is in last place. That is shocking. And that D-Gens, the other shocker for me is that D-Gens have not won a game yet. So I don't know what's going on some of those, but we'll see how this turns out. Very, very early. It's only 1 week. The first week of the season 3 is done. Let's keep it rolling. Okay, let's see. Aaron just says he's going to be visiting his relatives for a couple days, but stay equipment with me. I'll do something while I'm away from home. Awesome. So Aaron will be able to get, just keep it going. We've got to get all of the month done by Wednesday anyways. So, yeah, Aaron, do a few days, do a couple, how many games you want, and get it done. I hope everybody enjoyed the stream. It's my first time back, obviously, in several weeks. I enjoyed it. My throat's feeling it. Not used to it anymore. Definitely want to get out here and do some more, and I will do some more this week. Some more broadcasting. Really, really enjoyed it. This is going to be a fun season. Got some new challengers up here leading these divisions, which is nice to see. That's what we expected in this division, in this league. So we'll see how that continues to go. I want to thank Carlos, Aaron. Thank you, Carlos. Aaron, for coming by. Sean, thanks for coming by. Let's see who I got. A whole bunch of people. Night Raven came in. If you're still, thank you. Legends, of course, thank you. Sorry for that loss, but you're still leading your division. Are you? I'm sorry. Legends. Oh, you're a game back. Sorry, Legends. Bernie, thanks for coming by. Big Clue. Steve was in here. Let's see who else we got. David was here. I know David was here. Jamie came by. I don't know if he's still around. Boy, we got a lot of people. This is a good little thing here. And the Mark, the new owner of the Orioles, Manchester Orioles came by. Got to see his team win. And Joe Murray was the very first one in the park. If I missed anybody, my apologies. I'll get this zipped up and get this sent off for the next broadcaster. Somebody can grab it and go with it. I'm going to probably try and do one, at least one or two more this week. I know Aaron wants to do one else. We'll try not to step on each other's toes, Aaron. And yeah, let's keep it going. This is great to have some new owners in the league. I agree, Sean. It's great to have some new owners in the league that seem active and having fun. And yeah, thanks everybody. Hope you all enjoyed the broadcast. Everybody have the great remaining Sunday.